Well, believe it or not, we all know someone who might just be one bad day away from homelessness. But that's why the incredible staff and volunteers at 7Hills are constantly giving back, helping people rebuild relationships, secure employment, and ultimately find their way home. I had the chance to chat with a few of those volunteers in this month's Doing Good. Check it out.
In Fayetteville, tucked just off South School Avenue, there's a place where people find more than a meal or a warm bed. They find dignity, they find support, and maybe, most importantly, they find hope.
It's not just servicing the needs of people, it's giving hope for a future that's different than what they have now.
I knew this is where I needed to be, and so I've been serving mostly breakfast on Fridays ever since then, but I do some other things when I have the opportunity.
For the volunteers who walk through the doors each week, the work is deeply personal. Dave has watched his involvement explode, as he puts it, spending weekends picking up food donations with his grandkids, teaching them by example how to be good human beings.
I have 6 grandchildren, and I want to show them the steps. You know, they say it takes a village, it takes a community, it takes a neighbor, it takes the different individuals reaching out and providing, just connecting the dots between a resource and a need. This is, teaching young people how to give back and become better human beings.
For Wanda, service began with grief. After her husband passed away, she needed a place where his winter coats would really be used. She now serves breakfast almost every Friday, and over the years has watched countless people move from dependency to stability to thriving.
My husband had passed away, had gone on to be with the Lord in 2020, and I was feeling like I needed to do something special with his cold clothes, and so I got to checking around, and someone suggested 7Hills, and so I brought all of his winter jackets and hats over just on February the 14th, which was his birthday. And so when I drove to the place, I knew this is where I needed to be.
Christina knows better than anyone. She came to 7Hills 15 years ago. Today, she's the director.
I have been with 7Hills for 15 years, and I started off on a program, a rapid rehousing program, and I graduated that program and I was hired. And so I've been here for 15 years, for the first 13 working in the day room, meeting people where they are. And then for the last couple of years, I've been doing director work.
John volunteers because it feels natural.
I've been volunteering, I think, 3 or 4 years. I help gather food and gather donations. I have a great group of friends that gets together once a month, and they're honored to help. It's really a lovely feeling.
Phil calls himself the rookie volunteer, but he brings decades of experience working in communities facing deep poverty.
Probably for about 20 years, I've been involved in community banking and working in the Delta in South Arkansas, where there's high poverty. And so I've seen the effects, the debilitating effects of poverty on children and families. I think the most exciting thing I can say about 7Hills is it provides hope.
There's times when you just need a little bit of help and not to be stigmatized. There are so many more people that come through our doors that are, having a hard time with different things, but we look at them all the same. They all just need a little bit of help.
That stigma, those assumptions many of us carry about homelessness, is something each volunteer wants people to rethink.
If you expose yourself to something, then you become more used to seeing that. Once you're exposed to it, I think you want to do more to help those because you see they're real people.
Volunteers say the most important first step is simply to stop looking away, to acknowledge that homelessness is real and present, even in a region growing as fast as Northwest Arkansas.
And I think the homeless folks especially are invisible to most of us because it's uncomfortable for most people to try to see them.
Christina wants people to see that volunteering is not just about filling a need, it's about being part of something bigger.
We have a couple hands, but we need many. I promise it'll be something that you'll remember each day when you go home.
For John, the reward is simple: connection.
People are delighted to help.
Oftentimes the people with the least amount of resources will help the most. And I'm not the least bit shy, so, I ask people, and no one has ever said no. People are generous at heart.
Phil adds that the hardest step is always the first, but once you take it, the experience is transformative for both guests and volunteers alike.
You don't have to do a whole lot. You can do a little, or you can do a whole lot. You can choose and you can see how best to serve.
7 Hills is more than a shelter. It's a place where hope is tangible, where lives are rebuilt, and where volunteers and guests alike are reminded of the power of community. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, visit 7hillshomeless.org and be part of the story of hope happening every day.